Bar Weep, Grana Weep, Ninny Bong, and welcome back to my channel. And today we'll be checking out Ramen's toys on M.A.S.K. We'll hop over to Fans Hobby, who are on a boat. Also, due to some devious licks, we see what looks like it's going to be an early days of Megatron, and RED brings us Grimlock, and the results are yeesh. All this and much more coming up in the next few minutes.
And now the news. Don't touch that dial.
So, as mentioned, we will kick things off today by checking in with Ramentoy. Yes, Ramentoy, not Ramen Toys, because they are working on what they are called in Mankina, but to you and I, this is M.A.S.K. And this is a fairly pricey, I will put it out there, fairly pricey take on M.A.S.K, but everything you get here looks pretty damn good. Matt Tracker himself is more posable than ever, and I don't believe that the original figure and car had these bomb locations that with the closing doors and all those kind of things. This is highly premium, and I think this stand is one of my favorite things of the whole car and the whole bundle that comes together. Really cool. Has all of its transforming capabilities as well, so we can see the doors that just swing out with the little gun attachments on the side and the engines that pop out. Everything's chromed up, silver, really nice looking windows, and everything looks super cool. So it all looks very impressive. However, the price for this bad boy is $170. $170, and that's without the shipping. Obviously, global shipping starts to come into the equation when you start to put that in. So this is a pricey edition. Is it worth the $170? I don't know. I have not put a pre-order in for this. I was going to put a pre-order in for this, but I didn't, especially when I saw that price. In all honesty, that is a hefty price for this. I really appreciate all of the ways that they have elevated what they could do with this, especially with the edit articulation and things like that. But for that price tag, I do think I need to see a few reviews of this one. They did previously release the 80s Commanders, and that was the Centurions to you and I was pretty impressed with them. I did like them. There is a review for that on the channel if you want to check that out. So they have got a good history of making pretty quality figures, but 170, it's a lot. It's a lot. Let me know your thoughts on this one down in the comments. Is it worth picking up, or is it just out of that price range for you? Up next, we have Funbie Studios, the team that make all of the 3D printed stuff that Hasbro basically forgot about. So they now have a titanium saber for your legacy Metal Hawk, and this is a pretty cool looking weapon. You can see it has all of the right ports to be able to actually put it wherever you would like on the figure, so you can store it even when it's in its alt mode, and you can even print two of them and put them on either side of the wing. Remember, these are 3D printed, so you can scale them up, scale them down, but it is a nice addition. And again, Hasbro, something you could have added right from the beginning. What you doing? If you're looking to pick up some KO figures set around the Bayverse, then here's a couple for you right now. You can see this one kind of based on that Universal Bumblebee that's come out recently, and there's also a Prime. Usually you can find all of these bad boys on things like AliExpress. They look okay. Neither of these are things that would make it to my collection, though, because they're Bayverse, and I have very few Bayverse things. But if you are looking for a KO, there's some new KOs available. What a big gun. Vectron Labs released more pictures of Ringyo. More pictures of prototype Ringyos. We do, however, have from them a date. What they have mentioned, especially in the comments of one of the things that I saw, they said that the production times and sale times will be estimated due to the pre-orders and agreements with other sponsors. This will affect the release, but we will guarantee that the product will be finished and functional and concrete, made of concrete, unsure, by 20 2024. They say they're going to come with an announcement at TFCon Los Angeles. Let's see what happens in the future and if anything comes at all of this. Moving over to the world of fans' hobby, and they are currently in the process of making Tidal Wave. Now, their Tidal Wave will be in 3 parts. So this is now the second part of Tidal Wave, which is more of kind of a gunboat looking thing and looks nice. It looks highly detailed, as do most fans' hobby. We can see what it looks like next to the first part of Tidal Wave, so we're still waiting on the third part for them to do. No word yet on whether or not these are going to come together or if these are going to be 3 separate releases. We will find out, but it looks like they're trying to time everything at the same time, so that's pretty damn good. Moving things over to Magicsquare, and they are going to be releasing the combaticons very soon, and this is their take on Swindle. So Swindle looking pretty nice there as a foot, showing off a little bit of the articulation. As soon as I get a few more pictures of what Swindle looks like in its bot mode and its alt mode, I'll bring them to you. threezero making more bots that don't transform based on the movies, and this is a few more images of their Arcee that's coming very soon. The Arcee that we didn't get in pink, that we now kind of have in red in Rise of the Beasts. Very nice looking model, absolutely love it. But they are also working on a Sideswipe at the moment. I don't know if this one is based on the one in the movie. I honestly cannot remember if we see Sideswipe in that very quick beginning of Bumblebee. I'm sure someone will remind me down in the comments, but overall this still looks good. Even if it's not based on a movieverse one, I really like the proportions and the way that this is all set up. If this is the way that we got a Sideswipe in a movie, color me a happy little bunny. Coming to us from probably somebody who works in one of the factories, we have some leaks, and devious leaks coming to us, and this is a leak of what looks like an IDW Inspired Megatron. So when I say an IDW Inspired Megatron, what I mean is the fact that Megatron originally in the original stories started off as a miner before he led his rebellion and formed the Decepticons. You can usually tell this because you have that kind of yellow and black lines on the front, which shows that this is from his mining days. I am all over this figure. I really like it. However, Hasbro has been lazy here again, and probably what we can see, there may be some slight retooling, but it's yet another remold of an Earthrise or a War for Cybertron figure. How disappointing. I think they could have done much more with this figure, considering for me how iconic this is, being a lover of the IDW comics. Very disappointing. Hasbro is also going to be releasing more of the RED non-transforming Transformers, and the next one that they're going to be releasing is this pretty sorry looking Grimlock. I don't know if this is the finished version. Definitely looks like it lacks a little bit of paint and stuff like that, and to be fair, I don't see the point in these figures quite often. I've seen better looking figures now from New Age. When you're supposed to focus on the robot mode, surely you have a really nice looking great robot mode, and to me this doesn't look ideal. Reminds me very much of the kind of figures that we used to get in the blind boxes that also didn't transform. So yeah, blind box figure. The internet is all abuzz because it's now been confirmed that Optimus Prime's face in the new movie is completely based on Peter Cullen. Okay, cool. I think it's nice. I think some people are saying, oh, what a great way to commemorate him and to finally get his face based on Prime. Okay. But the lips, I understand it probably made mocap a hell of a lot easier as well. If it's actually based on there, you don't have to do as much work in the background. But yeah, it's those lips, isn't it? There's a big focus on lips in the new Transformers movie. I really hope that when we get the animated movie, there's not as many lips. Transformers with less lips. That's what I want to see. So that's everything from me on this Transformers Tuesday. If you're new around here, please think about giving me a like, a share, and a subscribe, because it really does help this channel out, and I'll see you in my next video. Alright, team, in a bit. Peace.